And welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. We've got baseball on the show. It's the Chicago White Sox and the Toronto Blue Jays.
And now,
we'll be back to the first pitch right after this.
Toronto Blue Jays.
So just about set now, and today on the hill, Kevin Gausman.
Four-pitch guy, he's got some options to work with in terms of keeping hitters off balance. So we'll see how he decides to utilize those weapons through this start here, and whether or not he's able to mix them all in early, or if he wants to hold something back a little bit later, maybe second, third time through the order, and give them something they haven't seen. It's tough when you know a guy's got that in his back pocket. As a hitter, you really have to stay on your toes.
Mike Tauchman, the leadoff batter, as he swings through it for strike one.
Here's big. 7 o'clock.
And it's 1-1. The 1-1 is fouled off. Gets a piece and stays alive.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
2-2 the count.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Got him. We didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout.
Well, getting a good look at the pitcher here in the first inning isn't a bad thing. I know he struck out, but you can live with that as long as the other hitters in this lineup can learn something from it.
Luis Robert now. On the ground to third. Over to first, and they take care of Robert for the out. Time to check out the lineup for the White Sox.
Number 23, Andrew Benintendi.
Two outs, base is empty. Andrew Benintendi up to the plate. Gausman, 34-year-old vet, a former first-round pick back in 2012. And that one just misses. A ball and no strikes. Now one missed. Two outs, base is empty. Yeah, that's fouled off. And it remains 2-2. Ground ball right side. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. Middle of the first. No score after a half inning. Back here at Rogers Center. And today's starter, Martin Perez.
Well, that 12-6 curveball explodes out of the hand. And because he's able to throw the high fastball at the top of the strike zone for a strike, hitters commit to that pitch. And before they know it, they're swinging over the top of that curveball.
And now for the Jays,
Leading
George
up
Springer.
for the Jays, the right fielder, George Springer.
And that's downstairs. And that's ball one. That one is upstairs. Next pitch is downstairs. There's a strike. Next offering finds the zone, and the count is full.
Count full.
Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. Hauls it in for the out. Let's take a look at our lineup. They're dealing with a sinker specialist on the mound, which can be a big-time challenge when he's right and working mostly from the knees down.
Well, I think the approach you take is really try to lay off of those pitches down in the zone until he gets some called strikes and then forces you to go after that pitch. Until then, make him elevated, because guys that throw those sinkers, those two-seamers, really hard for them to be effective up in the zone. Those are pitches you can hammer. But when you get a cookie, you don't want to miss it.
And foul ball. One out, base is empty. Foul ball, it stays 0-2. One down, base is empty. The shortstop takes the ball. Sets him down on strikes. That was pretty nasty.
Batting third,
Anthony
the left fielder,
Santander at the plate. A switch hitter batting right.
Santander.
Warning track, wall, and you can touch them all, baseball man. He circles the bases. It's 1-0.
There was a sinker up in the zone. It looked like it came out of the pitcher's hand a little bit too early. Doesn't have the velocity that good four-seam fastball does. And at the plate, he didn't miss it.
Base is empty with 2 away. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now. Hit in the air, left field. And Benintendi able to make the grab. And that is that. One scores in the inning, coming on this solo home run. It's now 1-0. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. New inning getting started. Andrew Vaughn now.
The first baseman, number 25. Andrew
The number 3 overall pick out of Cal for the White Sox in 2019. Gosman back to work. Right through there for a strike. The other way, and foul ball. Got him. Now 1 away.
Well, he made pretty quick work of him right there. You look at the sequence, everything down at the knees and below. And some guys are good low ball hitters, but right there, they clearly had a plan to pound that part of the zone, and he wasn't able to put up much of a fight.
Here's Josh Rojas. And that's a little bit high. And that's ball one.
Counts 1-0.
One down, base is empty. Fought off foul. And that is out of play. Strike three, and that's 2 in a row. Off to a strong start, Singy, as he's punched out 3 of the first 5 he's faced.
Well, he's definitely minimizing contact. He can get the swing and miss when he needs it, but he'll also keep the defense fresh behind him, allowing some balls in play as well.
Lenny Sosa stands in with 2 away as he takes a ball. That one fouled off. Falling behind 2-1. And strike 2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
And a foul ball, he stays alive. Two outs. And that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout.
Impeccable command in that one. 3 batters, 3 strikeouts. That's electric stuff out there on the mound.
And we're back.
Leading
Bottom
up
of the
for
second.
the Jays,
And now the
the
DH,
designated
Will
hitter,
Wagner.
Will.
Well, not only can Perez pitch, but he can also sing. Remember, he performed the national anthem for Team Venezuela leading up to the World Baseball Classic. If you watch that video, you'll see how much that moment meant to him.
Perez, a former All-Star. He features a sinker, a changeup, a cutter, a curve, and he works in a 4-seamer. Gary Simmons has the plate duty in this one.
Well, with Simmons, it's not always your standard strike zone, Boog. It kind of gives a little extra in some parts of the zone and then can be tighter in others. But I think the important thing is he doesn't get labeled as inconsistent, so you got to stay ready up there.
That one fouled off, 2-2. Yeah, one of those umpires, you just have to know what to expect, right?
Exactly.
And down on strikes. 1 out.
Batting 6.
Alejandro Kirk next up for the Blue Jays. And first offering is fouled off. Yeah, big swing and a miss.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Ground ball right side. It squirts through. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
Batting seventh, the second
Here's
baseman,
Andres Gimenez. We talk
Jimenez.
about guys with good speed, and definitely he has it. But pushing the offense aside for just a second, Chris, it's the defensive side that I think the speed factors in the most.
Well, he gets to balls that get by most people at that position. Just really impressive because there are certain times the ball comes off the bat, automatically that team that hit it thinks that they've got a base hit or they may have extra bases, and he just takes it away.
Tough play right there. Didn't really have enough time to set his feet and make a strong, accurate throw. Had to rush it, but he got it off and he got it there in time to get that out at second base.
So up next, Ernie Clement. And there's the strike.
0-1.
He might want to steal second in this spot, but he's dealing with a catcher that has one of the best pop times in the game. He needs to pick his spot very wisely.
And here it comes. Swing and a miss, and that's strike two.
0-2.
Foul ball, still 0-2. Now snap throw to first. Ow! They got him, and that will end the inning. We played 2 innings. It's 1-0. On to the third inning. Now it's the DH, Miguel Vargas. And that one is lifted in the air. Springer on the move. Puts it away for the out.
Batting it, the shortstop,
Brooks Baldwin steps to the plate for the White Sox. He's someone that you might not describe as having elite level speed, but he can absolutely move, and it is a factor in his game. Just missed.
Well, this guy's definitely a plus runner, but what I love about him is that he goes all out every single time, never takes a break. It's guys like that, even though they don't have the elite speed, the fact that they're consistent with it, they make moves on the base paths.
And now 2-0.
2-0.
Right through there for a strike. Got him. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher are on the same page right now.
Here's Corey Lee. A little bit high, maybe. Ball 1.
1-0.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. Down in order go the White Sox. They still trail 1-0. And welcome back
Leading
to the
up
ballpark.
for Toronto,
Here's the third baseman, Ernie Clement.
Clement.
Pretty good pitch there to take a rip at. He wants to get his arms extended. He likes the ball away from him a little bit, just not able to square it up.
Ground ball to the right side. Vaughn takes it to the bag. Leadoff hitter gone in the third.
Batting ninth, the center fielder, Nathan Lucas.
So digging in, Nathan Lucas. Breaking ball in there for a strike. And that one upstairs, ball one. Next offering is fouled back. One down, base is empty. Just misses. Ball two.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Stays alive. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Battling here as he fouls it away. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Fouls that off to the left, and will do it again. About to see the 11th pitch of the at-bat here. This to third, Rojas. On to first. So it was a long battle at the plate, but they still managed to get the out.
Number 4, George Springer.
Back to the leadoff spot in the Blue Jays lineup. And it'll be George Springer to step to the plate. He's 0 for 1. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
Ball one, no strikes.
And a pop-up, right side, foul territory. Leaps at the wall, and he's got it. 1-2-3 go the Blue Jays, but they're on top 1-0. Back now in Toronto. And now Mike Tauchman.
Number 18.
Definitely classify Tauchman as one of those gritty players. Willing to do whatever, get on base, get around the bases.
And a foul ball. Tauchman goes 6'1", 220 pounds. He joined the team as a free agent.
You know, these White Sox just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. They're chasing a lot of pitches outside the zone, and those chases are turning into a bunch of outs. Can they turn that around and stay within the zone? We'll see, but I think they have to.
Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
And that one almost hit him.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Slow roller to third. Clement. Leadoff hitter retired in the fourth.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
And now here's the big center fielder, Luis Robert. 0 for 1. He grounded out in his first at bat. Right through there for a strike. The White Sox yet to pick up a hit here. Foul ball there. The delivery to Robert. Up and in. Now 1-2.
2 strikes.
And there's the ball. White Sox down to run. That one misses, and the count is filled up.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with the 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Picks up strikeout number 7.
Quite the start to this game on the mound. Looking very dangerous to these hitters. 7 punch-outs already. So this lineup hasn't had much success trying to figure him out. I'm impressed with what we're seeing here.
Now it's Andrew Benintendi to hit. Rolled out to second in his first at bat. Fastball for a strike. And it's 0-1. White Sox down a run. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
He's in a great spot right here. Ahead in the count 0-2. All 4 pitches in play right here, partner.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. So 12 up, 12 down to begin the ball game. It's the Blue Jays 1 and the White Sox nothing. Back here at Rogers Center, John Shabby and Chris Singleton with you. And leading off the bottom of the fourth, Bo Bichette. Yeah, that's in for a strike. 0-1. Out to short. In time to Vaughn. And one gone in the fourth as they get the leadoff man.
Fielder, number 25, Anthony Santander.
Here's some real power at the plate. Anthony Santander. He's already homered here in this one. That one finds the zone. 0-1. Base is empty, one away. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. This looks like extra bases. Around first, heading for 2. In safely. It's a double and his second hit.
He was all over that one. With a pitch away, that's exactly what you want to do with it. Drive it the other way. And right there, just barely able to keep it fair down the line for the double.
Vladdy Jr. stepping to the dish now. Fly to left his first time. This one high in the air to left center. Robert on the move. He's got it. Runner tags at second. And he's up to third safely with 2 gone.
The batter, number 7. Designated hitter, Will.
Digging in, Will Wagner. Caught looking his first time up. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. Lee right there to make the grab. And that is that. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 left. On to the top of the 5th we go. It's the Blue Jays 1 and the White Sox nothing. And we're back.
Leading
ready
off
now
for
for
the
the
White
5th inning.
Sox,
Here's the cleanup hitter for the Sox, Andrew Vaughn. Gosman back to work. And delivers outside.
You know, these White Sox just aren't putting together very many good at-bats in this one. We're in the back half of the game, and they're still searching for a base runner. He's been great out there on the mound, no doubt. But it's also been a disappointing performance at the plate to this point.
And another ball.
And as we get deeper, it's not going to get any easier. These at-bats are going to feel more and more desperate with every out the rest of the way.
Let's see if he gives them anything to hit here. And a 4-pitch walk. And that's how they get their first base runner of the game.
He did not take the bat off his shoulder the entire at bat.
And up next for Chicago, Josh Rojas. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. Inside corner, and that's called a strike.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
This to center field. Dives, and it gets by. Here comes the throw. They get the force for out number 1. Davis Schneider coming into the game now as the injury replacement.
Now playing second base, number 36.
And here is Sosa to the plate. His first at bat was a strikeout. That's a strike. It's 0-1.
Getting a little frustrated with the strike zone.
Pitch misses there, and it's 1-2. Line drive, he brings it down. Nice play.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting the line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
So now the DH spot, Miguel Vargas. Flied to right his first time. That's a laser base hit. And now first and second with 2 outs.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great. Now a pretty big at bat coming up with a chance to even this ball game up.
And now it's going to be Brooks Baldwin. And that one fouled off. Two on, 2 outs. And that one fouled off. The shortstop takes the ball. On the ground to third. Throws across the diamond. That ends the frame. Another inning in the books, but the perfect game couldn't survive it. It's the Blue Jays 1 and the White Sox nothing. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Here's the Toronto catcher, Alejandro Kirk. Tap foul at the plate. Comes up empty.
Man, he was really tardy on that fastball. Great job of setting him up by throwing the curveball. Add some velocity to it on the next pitch. Can't catch up.
Hit hard on the ground to short. Zips it to first. And the leadoff man set down in their half of the fifth.
Now batting, the second baseman, Davis Schneider.
And the batter now, Davis Schneider. Entered the game on defense, so this is his first trip to the plate in this one. Breaking ball misses down and away. Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike two.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Swings and misses, and he's registered 3 Ks in this one. So up next for Toronto, Ernie Clemens. 0-1 so far. It's interesting, he plays kind of a power spot defensively, but runs pretty well. So when you're looking at that position, you're not expecting someone that has maybe above average speed, but he does. Hard hit left side. Gets it to first. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. Nothing doing for the Blue Jays, but they hold a 1-0 lead. All set for the top of the 6th. Now it's the White Sox catcher, Corey Lee. Swing and a foul out of play. Swing and a ground ball. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. The throw won't get there in time. He's in safely, and now there's a runner at first.
Right fielder, Mike Talk.
No outs, runner at first. Here's Mike Tauchman. 0 for 2 in this one. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. That one off the mark, and 1-1. With the tying run on at first, and we're in the top half of the 6th. Inside, just missed. Bounding ball here, rolls foul. To third. Dives and he can't hang on. No throw, and they can't get the out.
Now batting, the center fielder, Luis Roberts.
First and second, no outs. And next to hit for the Sox, Luis Robert Jr. And fouled off. Pitch misses. 1-1. Just missed.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
And that one clips the corner. Lee at second. Tachman on at first with nobody out. And a swing and a miss. With number 9 for him in this game. 9.
Bogey just ran out of patience there. He took a couple of pitches to even that count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes, but that time chased outside the zone.
Benintendi to the plate. First pitch misses.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
1 out. Runners at first and second. Little chopper rolls foul. That's towards center. Lucas pulls it down and he makes the catch. And there's 2 away.
Now batting, the first baseman, Andrew Vaughn.
Andrew Vaughn steps to the plate for the White Sox. He is struck out and he is walked. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. 2 aboard, 2 outs. Late swing, fouled off. Two outs. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. So he cracks double digits with his 10th strikeout.
Well, this guy competes hard. We see the emotion there. I love it. Great job of getting out of the jam.
And welcome back to
Leading
the
up
ballpark.
for the
And the
Jays,
batter now,
the center
Nathan
fielder,
Lucas.
Nathan Lucas.
Check swing, and he went. That's strike one.
0-1's the count.
Foul ball. And takes low for ball one. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Tuckman makes the catch, and there's one gone.
Up next for the Blue Jays, the right fielder,
Here's George Springer.
George Springer.
On the ground, out to short. In time to Vaughn. That takes care of Springer.
Well, on the mound, very efficient. Able to produce an outcome, it seems like, within the third or fourth pitch of just about every at bat.
Yeah.
2 down, bases empty. Bo Bichette up to the dish. That's in there. Strike one.
Well, he's looking great so far. It helps when over 80% of your first pitches are strikes. He might be able to go the distance if he keeps this up.
Two down, nobody on. On the ground, right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. 3 up, 3 down for him there. 7th inning coming up. It's the Blue Jays 1 and the White Sox nothing. Back now in Toronto. Now the third baseman, Josh Rojas.
So what we're seeing is a lineup that's just out of sync with the pitcher. They're guessing wrong, and their timing's off.
That's in for a strike. Moving in the bullpen, Jimmy Garcia appears to be getting loose. Green warming up as well. Looking to get the tying run on base. That one missing inside. Fouls it off. Still 1-2.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. I really think the outer half is open.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Fights that one away, still 1-2.
Well, he's desperately looking for that swing and miss. He's going to have to just change speeds a little bit, try to move it around, create just a little bit of illusion at the end.
Hits and misses. It's a strikeout. A big first out here in the 7th via the punch out.
Yeah, it just does so much to change the outlook of an important inning like this. When you got the leadoff hitter, so critical in setting the table when you got a tight game like this. So a strikeout really puts them on their heels.
Here's the second baseman, Lenny Sosa. Fastball in for a strike, 0-1. Ball one there. And that's outside.
Pretty easy to give up on that pitch right there. Started on the edge of the plate with the spin. You know it's going to finish well off the plate.
Next offering upstairs.
Definitely a frustrating day for the offense, but when they look at it, this guy's had his best stuff. Been painting the corners, working on the edges, and changing speeds. Just a difficult one. You tip your cap.
And the tying run is on base.
Well, it might be time to dig into that bullpen. He's looking a little fatigued to me.
So now it's the White Sox DH, Miguel Vargas, 1 for 2.
If you're a base runner, you've got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get into scoring position.
That one ripped, but foul. Holding on to a one-run lead here in the top half of inning number 7. Popped up. Springer racing after it. Couldn't get to it before it dropped foul. Next offering misses. 2-2.
Man, oh man, I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Goes to second. Save. And he's into scoring position with 2 away on a wild pitch. There comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. Kevin Gausman makes way, and he was a tough nut to crack. Pretty stingy from start to finish. Back with a new arm after a quick break.
Now pitching
out of the bullpen for the Jays, Jimmy Garcia.
Number 93.
Pretty big spot he's coming into, trying to strand that runner at second base. So he's going to need to make some quality pitches. He does have first open if he needs to use it.
Brooks Baldwin steps to the plate for the White Sox. This is what stat nerds like myself might call a high leverage situation.
Yeah, Boog, not sure what the numbers say, but clearly an at-bat that could change the course of this game dramatically.
And the first pitch fastball is in for a strike. And that skips in the dirt. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position. Got the bat going too soon, and strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Up the middle, and it finds its way through for a hit. Around third, he'll score. It's an RBI single, and this game is tied in the 7th.
Huge at bat to bring home the tying run at this point in the game. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Now the catcher up to hit, Corey Lee. And there's the strike.
Ball game is still tied. They can get out of this inning with a tie game. I love this part of the game. Does he really want to try and steal second against this catcher? I know he's fast, but it's pretty risky.
Garcia throw over, and he's back in safely. Check swing. He went. And it's 0-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Just misses with that one. And that is downstairs. And now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Fights it off. He'll see another.
The healthy cut. Tough pitch at 98, but a really good pass at the ball.
Goes down looking. A run, a hit, and a man left. 7th inning stretch time. All tied 1-1. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Gus Barlin.
Now pitching for the White Sox.
3, 4, 5 due up for the home team.
Gus
and now for the Jays,
Barlin.
Anthony Santander. He's already homered in this game. Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball.
Well, these Jays, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. Chasing pitches has been a big part of the story. We've seen it quite a bit today. It's been tough for them to make contact at times, and it just doesn't look like they're seeing it very well as a group. And on the mound, you know confidence has to be pretty high with all of the swings and misses. He's had them eaten out of the palm of his hand pretty much all game.
Fouls one off. 2-2. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. Swing and a high fly ball out towards right field. Robert hauls it in for the out. And there's
Now
one down.
batting, first baseman, Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. He's got the power, but great contact skills. One of the best contact hitters in the game. Varland, 6'1" righty, 28 years old. And he found his way onto the team after being claimed off waivers. Fouled off down the right side. Vladdy needs just one hit to reach 200 for the season. Fastball for a strike.
Pretty impressive the year he's put together. 200 hits doesn't happen by accident. And there are some years nobody reaches 200 at all.
One ball,
props to him
two
for
strikes.
getting this far.
Fouls it back with 2 strikes. All tied up here at the bottom of the 7th.
Ball 2.
Well, this is a guy that can be frustrating for pitchers because he fouls off so many pitches and grinds out the at-bat. I'm sure there's some times where a pitcher would rather just give up a first pitch. And what's so tough as a hitter is that you see it extremely well to make contact. If you do, many times it's a pop-up.
Now a chance for Will Wagner. Next pitch is outside.
Not showing great command so far in this at-bat. 2-0 count. He's got to execute here or this could get ugly.
Late swing, foul to the left. Fought off foul. Right side, Topman has this one sized up and makes the play, and that's out number 3. Nothing doing for the offense that time. We look ahead to inning number 8, all tied 1-1. Back here at Rogers Center, we go to the 8th. Stepping in, the White Sox leadoff man, Mike Topman.
Mike Topman.
Garcia back to work. Outside low, ball 1. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Jeff Hoffman up and throwing. Green getting cranked up as well. The 1-0. And another ball. Here's a 2-0.
Hey! 2 balls, 1 strike.
There's the strike. inside. Ball 3.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. But that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
It's a leadoff walk, and that's the go-ahead run.
Pretty good spot on the outside, but just couldn't quite clip the zone. That's a stone-cold take.
And now it's Luis Robert. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a ground out. That catches the corner. There's a swing and a miss.
0-2 is the count.
And La Pantera heads back to the dugout after the K.
Well, he's going to have some thinking to do when he leaves the ballpark after this one. That was his 3rd strikeout, and this one looking, obviously, so he's been a little overmatched. He's got to find a way just to be more competitive up there at the plate.
Benintendi up here, 0 for 3. A fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. Clips the corner, strike 1. Line drive, base hit. Here's the throw. And the throw's off line, safe at 3rd.
These guys today are so great with handling velocity. They're seeing high speed day after day, and a nice job of turning that one around.
Here comes the manager out of the Blue Jays dugout, and he will make a move to the pen. Jimmy Garcia won't go any further tonight, and the line not closed on him yet as he's responsible for the runners on base. Back with a new pitcher after this.
Now pitching.
Chad Green ready to go.
And never an easy situation coming in with runners at 2nd and 3rd. He's got a base to work with, so he doesn't have to be perfect, but he does have to make some quality pitches.
Andrew Vaughn steps to the plate for the White Sox. Golden opportunity right here. Late swing fouled off.
In the infield at the corners, don't be surprised to see them come home first and prevent that run from scoring.
Oh, 1 now.
That's a ball.
Definitely a strikeout situation right here. Lots of ways for that go-ahead run to score if the ball's put in play.
And now 2 balls and a strike.
He's got a base open, so the pressure to come in and really attack this hitter, not as great as it would be if the bags were sacked.
Next offered in there for a strike. And it's 2-2.
Well, that's really the money spot. Down and away. If you can locate that consistently, it's going to be real tough for hitters to square that up. That's what you'd love to see relievers do coming out of that bullpen.
2 on, 1 out. And that one is downstairs. 3-2 now.
Good spot there, but didn't get the strike at the knees and doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there on the mound as he tries to get a better sense of the umpire's strike zone.
Foul ball, and it remains a full count. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Oh, that's a huge strikeout right there. Big second out. Infield was in. They were playing the full court press, and he got the swing and miss. Keeps this one tied. This next at bat should be a lot of fun. The odds of wiggling out of this just went up considerably.
So 2 down now, and here is Josh Rojas. 0 for 3 in this one. Yeah, that's fouled off. On the ground, and that chance handled. He never gets off a throw. Everyone's safe, and a run comes in to score.
The second baseman.
Hello.
Boog, that's a frustrating way to fall behind in this one as the infield single drives in the run. And sometimes all you have to do is put the ball in play, and you give your teammate a chance to hurry home.
And that one fouled off. Next pitch, a slider that misses outside. Called strike right there. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Next pitch misses. The count now 2-2. Two on, 2 outs. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Outside.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitters got to stay focused on the pitch.
Miguel Vargas up next for the White Sox. And that'll load the bases.
Oh, this is their chance to break it open. If they don't end up winning this ball game, they're going to look back at this opportunity right here and have some regret.
So bases all loaded up. Here's the White Sox DH, Miguel Vargas. 1 for 3. And that is out of play. Swings and misses. And the count is 0-2. So they're all loaded up. That missed by a lot. And the count is 1-2. And a foul ball, he stays alive. Spoils a two-strike pitch, and he'll see another.
A defensive swing right there. Some cheese on the inside part of the plate, but the hands are still stinging after that one.
That's too low. And the count is 2-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
All loaded up, and we're in the top of the 8th. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
He's in a tough spot, had to make a great pitch, did it, got the strikeout, gets out of the jam. Clearly, he's happy with those results.
Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th. Frazier Eller.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Well,
one-run game, and now the catcher comes up to hit. Alejandro Kirk. Off the mark there, and that is ball 1. Action in the pen down there. Justin Anderson up and loosening in the pen. Swing and a foul out of play. Lifted in the air, right field. Tachman. And there's one down.
Now batting, second baseman, Davis.
Looks like it'll be a pinch hitter, Leo Jimenez. And this is a big at bat in this ball game.
Jimenez.
And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. That's a slider for a strike.
All right, now, he may have not liked either of those first 2 pitches or agreed with the umpire's calls, but at this point, he's going to have to bear down and be ready to hit anything close to the zone.
Missed with a changeup. Now 1-2.
1 ball, 2
Trying to hold a 1-run lead here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. Next offering is outside. In the air, center field. Robert under this one. Drops into the glove. That's out number 2.
Now batting, the third baseman.
Here's the third baseman, Ernie Clement. Has grounded out a couple of times. Right through there for a strike.
No, he's really working that inside corner with the cutter. I tell you what, I hated that pitch. So tough to get the barrel to and to keep it fair.
Blue Jays down a run. Next offering upstairs.
No signs of wavering on the mound here in the 8th. He's looking rock solid so far.
The 1-2. And downstairs. Lefty continues to work, but the closer getting loose in the bullpen. Swing and a ball lifted left field. And Benintendi able to make the grab. So remaining in the game defensively, Leo Jimenez. He entered the game to pinch hit and now man second base.
Now pitching for
New
the
pitcher
Blue Jays.
now for the Jays, Brendan
Number
Little.
54.
Just trying to keep this one close here.
Brendan.
And this is where a bullpen can give their
Little.
players a chance to fight back into the game.
Well,
Leading off
one-run
for the White
game,
Sox,
and the batter will be the shortstop, Brooks Baldwin. And that finds the mark on the outside corner. That's strike one. Movement in the Blue Jays bullpen. Eric Swanson getting ready to go. Sandlin getting loose as well.
Nope. Ball one. I got a ball, one strike.
That one misses. 2-1.
2-1.
And that's in the dirt.
3-2.
In the air, right side. Springer there makes the catch.
Now batting, catcher Corey.
Here's the catcher, Corey Lee. In there at the knees for a strike.
Really good cutter that he's able to front door and back door. That pitch is devastating.
Crowd locked in right now. One-run game here in the ninth. Late with the swing there.
Ooh, Bayo. You gotta remember to take the donut off the bat, partner.
Next pitch misses way outside. Gets a piece and stays alive. One down, base is empty. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. And a 1-2. Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. Had him out front for strike 3.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
Tauchman in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. Slice the other way. That's a base hit. So he gets on base and keeps it going.
Now batting, the center
So
fielder,
here's Robert
Luis
now. 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts, and he's grounded out. That one misses, and it's 1-0. One-run game here in the top of the ninth.
Ball, that's just out.
On the ground to the left, and that's
foul.
just foul. The count 2-1. That's down and in.
This is a really good feeling for a hitter. At this point in the ball game, you know that they don't want to walk you, so you're going to get a pitch to hit. You just better not miss it.
Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. Lucas raging back towards the wall. And that one is off the top of the wall. Coming home. He will score.
Well, patience and discipline paid off right there as he got into an advantage count. Even though center fielders are amazing at tracking down balls these days, there's still a lot of room out there, and it's a big field. So if you hammer one to center like that, there's a decent chance you're picking up extra bases.
Andrew Benintendi steps up. That finds the mark on the inside corner. Robert at second with 2 down. And it's fouled away. Can't connect on the curveball, struck him out. Sox get one on the RBI double, and this is now a 3-1 ball game. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. Back now, and on the mound, the closer, Justin Anderson.
I think closer has to be one of the toughest jobs in
Chicago.
baseball, and we see a pretty high turnover rate because of it. Every outing seems to be high pressure, this one included. We'll see if he can wrap up the win and get himself a save.
The center fielder.
And now the center fielder, Nathan Lucas. And there's a foul ball.
Hey, look, we'll see how it factors in. I just can't emphasize how much that insurance run in the top of the ninth means. I mean, just such a big difference mentally when you're chasing 2 runs instead of 1.
That one's in there. 0-2 now.
Well, in this one, the offense has sputtered. Somebody's got to find a way to get on, keep the line moving, and manufacture at least 1 run. Then maybe you get 2 or 3.
That's down and in. A slider missed.
Definitely a swing and miss slider down and in. He finished that really well. Just couldn't get him to offer at it.
Popped up left side. Rojas hauls it in, and there's 1 away.
The right fielder, number 4, George Springer.
He's 2 outs away. Now it's the right fielder, George Springer. That one way inside. The Blue Jays down by a pair here in the last half of inning number 9. Pulls that one foul. Springer swings through that one. It's a strikeout. Now only 1 out remaining.
Came inside with that 2-strike fastball nicely
11.
and just bunched him up on the inside part of the plate. Couldn't get around on it and catch it out front. Many times if you do, it's a foul ball. And you know, a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with 2 strikes because they do not want to hit that batter. And when they've got him up against the ropes, got to figure out a way to put him away. Did a nice job right there.
Outside low, and the count is 1-1.
The only adjustment he needs to make is his target. If you aim at the outside corner, that slider's going to end up way off the plate. Perhaps look a little more down the middle, and you get it right where you want it.
Headed towards the corner, and that is a foul ball. One strike away. And a swing and a miss, and that is the ball game.
Great pitcher's duel in this one. You get to a certain point where each pitcher is trying to outdo the other, go a little bit deeper into the ball game. And for these pitchers, it really came down to a few key at-bats. This was a fun one to watch.
And your final 3-1 for Chris Singleton and our entire crew. I'm John Shambi saying so long.